Bad Vegan premiered on Netflix Wednesday, March 16th. It's a docuseries billed as true crime, which I guess is correct, but still somewhat misleading. It's 4 episodes that total 3.5 hours of watch time. Is there 3.5 hours of story here? Short answer is no. The slightly longer answer is definitely not. And the long answer is watching this already took up so much of my time. Let's spoil the absolute shit out of this, because I'm going to say right now, I don't think this is worth your time.
This is 2.5 hours. I think it'd be worth time, but
even that I think is too long. I think it's an hour and 40 minutes, like 100 minutes of actual story. With the amount of times they repeat shit, just like the fake bullshit they try to convince you is real.
That was annoying.
They didn't have to do at all.
Yeah, spending time with the European...
I just fucking hated it. I hated how this was made. Yeah, I feel like there were still questions that are never answered. The director tried to pull the wool over your eyes with the whole will thing. That whole thing could have been 3 minutes.
Yes.
But I feel like it was 40.
Go back to that guy. I was like, what? I was like, how did they get this guy to talk? And then it's like, oh, obviously because he didn't exist, which is what I thought was going to be the case in the first place. But then he kept talking, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So let's hear what this guy has to say. Let's hear when he flips. And then
I feel like they pretended he was real for like 40 minutes to an hour and a half. And it was like, get the fuck out of here with this, dude.
Yeah.
Also, with the Tinder's one there, which I feel like is an obvious comparison to this, because it's very similar with supposedly a guy like swindling a woman for a shitload of money.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly bought some of that dude's bullshit in the beginning. In
the Tinder
this,
swindler?
Yeah. In this, when they were like Shane Fox, I was like, that's a fake name. I didn't believe anything he claimed at all. Like, he was such a bad fucking liar. Like, oh, you do special ops missions? Really? Have you seen a mirror recently, dude?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come up with a better lie than that.
Yeah, the dudes that do special ops missions typically are...
don't look like that?
Shredded.
Yeah. In shape.
Because I've seen those dudes.
They have to be able to carry like each other
fit
out of like combat zones and shit. Like that guy was not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, his meat suit happened fast.
Yeah, that too. When he said he had to get fat to prove that she actually loved him for the right reasons or whatever, is so ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
So much of what he said was like, this is obviously bullshit. Like, how crazy are you? Are you like, do you have a shrine to like crystals in your apartment or whatever? Like, at some point too, it became like, I know it's like victim blaming. Come on. No, you can't really believe any of this. This is insane.
Yeah, the stuff with the immortality, I was like,
yeah. I looked it up. It has 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. You want to know what the audience score is? Or the user score?
99.
29.
Oh.
Yeah. I read some of them. The main
here's what happened.
The main complaint is dragging 90 to 100 minutes worth of story out to 210 minutes. Everyone's like, this is way too fucking long. They padded this like crazy. They interviewed a woman, Dharma, met in jail that she knew for a week. Why?
Mm-hmm.
If they became lovers after that and she was a major part of her life, sure, but that did not happen. Talking to her for this movie added nothing.
Well, it added 3 minutes.
This shit's awful, man. Like, the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm like, I'm just mad now. The filmmaking is also bad because they try to fool the audience the way that she was fooled, apparently. So we feel bad for her. They're like, oh, you believed it too, right? You thought Will was real.
Eventually, I thought it was real because he kept talking.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're
like, where the fuck did they find this guy? That's all I cared about. I was like, I need to hear the end of this guy's story. Then once he was out, I was like, all right, how does this resolve?
Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much in this that's kind of not really important for their story either. I do not recommend this. I don't think it's well made. I think it's way too long. I don't recommend it.